Whitehouse visitor logs just released suggest that Joe Biden is personally running the prosecutions of Donald Trump. The Biden White House was much more involved in the Mar-A-Lago raid than we ever realized. White House visitor logs suggest that the raid itself may have been hatched inside the Biden White House, and the special counsel prosecution on Donald Trump is still being coordinated by the White House. Jay Bratt, who's now the top aide to the special counsel, Jack Smith, was a Justice Department official and was summoned to the White House twice in the fall of 2021 to meet with Joe Biden's Deputy Chief of Staff, Carolyn Saba, and an advisor to the Chief of Staff, Catherine Riley. This was while Donald Trump was negotiating with the National Archives. Jay Bratt didn't want a negotiation. Jay Bratt wanted a raid and lobbied the Biden White House to raid Mar-A-Lago. Jay Bratt even visited Mar-A-Lago and told Donald Trump everything was fine. Just put a lock on the basement door. But everything wasn't fine. Joe Biden and his White House counsel signed off on revoking Trump's privilege. And weeks later, armed FBI agents got a warrant from a Trump-hating judge who happened to be an Obama donor and went in hard. And the Biden Justice Department indicted Donald Trump. Then Jay Bratt was tapped to be the top aide for special counsel Jack Smith. And what do you know? The Biden White House summoned Jay Bratt back to the White House to meet with, again, Biden's Deputy Chief of Staff. That was just in March. And weeks later, Donald Trump was indicted over the Mar-A-Lago documents. Why is the Biden White House conspiring with the Justice Department and the special counsel's office to prosecute Donald Trump? Joe Biden personally told us that he had nothing to do with the prosecution and it was totally independent.
I have never once, not one single time, suggested to the Justice Department what they should do or not do relative to bringing a charge or not bringing a charge. I'm honest.
That's a lie. Not only do White House visitor logs prove that Joe Biden's team is working with the special counsel's office to raid and prosecute Joe Biden's top political opponent, the New York Times reported that Joe Biden was behind the urgent timeline. Joe Biden, quote, confided to his inner circle that he believed former President Donald J. Trump was a threat to democracy and should be prosecuted. And that Biden himself felt like Garland should, quote, act less like a ponderous judge and more like a prosecutor who's willing to take decisive action. All of the evidence now suggests Joe Biden was personally behind the prosecution of Donald Trump and the timing of his trial in order to interfere with the election. Today, a Democrat D.C. judge ruled that the January 6th trial, again prosecuted by Jack Smith, will begin March 4th, a day before Super Tuesday. What a coincidence. And the Mar-A-Lago documents trial begins in May. But the appeals process will take years, and that worries the left. Yesterday, MSNBC admitted the Trump trials aren't about administering justice. They're about disqualifying Donald Trump from having his name on the ballot. Watch.
As far as I'm concerned, all of these court cases, all of these indictments don't mean anything if he's still able to run for president next year. Unless he is found disqualified from running for president, he is still a danger to our democracy. So if this is a step in the direction of preventing him from running again or forcing him to step down, then it's great.
Democrat state officials will be taking legal action if Donald Trump's convicted, to remove his name from the ballot and force the courts to figure it out. ABC News reports the plan's already in the works in New Hampshire. Joe Biden isn't even committing to debating Donald Trump. This isn't a battle of ideas. There's no effort at persuasion. This is the removal of a political opponent through brute force, through handcuffs and ballot gimmickry. But the Democrats' Soviet-style tactics have alienated their most loyal voting bloc. The mugshot has breathed new life into the Trump campaign and broadened his appeal to black Americans. Over the weekend, with the help of mugshot merchandise, the Trump campaign raked in over $7 million. Today, my garbage man told me he's buying mugshot T-shirts for everyone he knows this Christmas. The mugshot's up on the side of buildings in the inner city. The 2016 phenomenon's happening all over again. Trump won that election because of a laser-like focus on the forgotten man. A bond was formed back then that can never be broken. And there's a new forgotten man, the black man. Democrats have forgotten about him. The media and the professional class are so fixated with smearing and disqualifying one man that they've forgotten that the Democratic Party should be fixated on fixing problems. Better wages, better jobs, better schools, better health care. Democrats have overpromised and underdelivered for Black Americans for decades. And as this election rolls around, Democrats once again are obsessed with Trump instead of their most dependable voter. The mugshot crystallized that.
He got indicted? And Trump got a target on his back just like a black man. Y'all keep messing with him. Hey, Trump, go ahead and wipe that white paint out your face, man. You black now. You good in the hood. As far as I know, Trump is black.
When are you guys gonna learn? The more you indict, the more we unite. Gangsters, holler about Trump 2024, you heard me? Whoop, whoop, gangsters. The hood got this man back. It's Trump 2024. That's what it's gonna be, because we ain't having nothing else.
Arresting Donald Trump not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times did something I thought was impossible. It made Donald Trump into a sympathetic character. Made a billionaire a victim of the man. I know, it sounds crazy. Black Americans throughout our history have felt unfairly victimized by the system. Historically, there's some truth to that. The mugshot unintentionally created a bond between Donald Trump and Black Americans.
Y'all done lock Big Trump up like that? I don't appreciate none of that. Because let me tell y'all something now. These other presidents be saying good stuff to you, but doing bad stuff to you. Trump might be saying some bad stuff, but he was doing some good stuff. Check the records. Out of all the people this man could have freed, man, he freed Lil Wayne, man, the GOAT. He freed Kodak. You know what I'm saying? And y'all done locked Big Trump up. Y'all got him in Atlanta, man. Free Big Trump.
Donald Trump's support for Black Americans has steadily been going up. In 2020, Biden won 91% of the Black vote. Trump had 8. Just 3 years later, Biden's down 30 points with Black America. Trump's up 12%. There's a reason for that, a few of them. Metropolitan areas are rapidly decaying under Democrat leadership, not to mention inflation's eating away at Black bank accounts. Time for talk's over. Joe Biden, more than any other president, represents the system. He represents the man. He represents the permanent Washington power broker whose callous policies created the forgotten man. And what better way to send a message to the system than to vote for the man who the system is trying to destroy?
This video is to every single Black person out there. If you really want to over this government that has over your ancestors, if you really want to over this government that helped kill Martin Luther King Jr., man, I'm asking you to do me a favor. Go vote for Donald Trump. Stay up, because they've been it up for us for the longest, and it's been them. Vote for Donald Trump.
The Democrats have made Trump a martyr. And they've made voting for Donald Trump the biggest political message in years.